Hello there, friends. We're Tim and Diana with Down Home Nesters, and today we just want to show you our technique that we use to get this glowy blended look on furniture. You'll just need 2 paint colors and 3 good brushes. So let's get painting. Tim started the process with this little dresser by doing a lot of sanding, any repairs that needed to be done, and he filled the holes of the old hardware and got everything ready for me to do the base coating in. And here I am putting on the first color, which is the deeper tone of red, using Fusion Mineral Paint in Cranberry. And then the highlight will be that Fort York red. These colors are absolutely scrumptious. I'm going to slow it down because those time lapses make it look like we just fly through it, but we really take our time. This is such a gorgeous color for any piece, and we have this large hutch that it matches very closely to, and that piece has been a favorite in our home for years. And I'm just so surprised that Fusion has this color that's so very close. Now you can see that this is going on so well, and it's just a very creamy paint with excellent coverage. The drawers, I did the fronts of those, and later Tim will do all the interior and the sides of them. But I'm just getting the second coat on here. I put 2 coats of the cranberry on before I get started now with the technique of the blending. I'm showing here just that I'm using 3 different brushes. I have one brush for the Fort York red, which is the highlighted color. I have a separate brush that I'll use with the cranberry on the outer, and a third brush that I'll use dry for blending, and that has to be a real soft brush. But with the Fort York red, I am using its intended brush, just its designated brush, and I'm doing one section at a time. So I just put that Fort York red as the highlighted area in the center of this section, and then with the brush and with cranberry on it, I dip into the cranberry and just put that around it. Now I'm not doing a full coverage of the whole section. I'm just trying to, because that already happened in the first 2 coats of paint. Just right here I had tried to get that around the Fort York red. Now with the dried soft blending brush, I'm just going between the 2 colors. I don't want to do deeply from the cranberry, the deeper color, into the lighter color. I want to just keep the interior of the lighter color pure Fort York red, and then just blend between the 2. And then after, oh, see, you get a hair in, you go against the hair, and that picks it right up, and then you can wipe it on a paper towel. But yeah, so at the very end, after I get it blended to how I like it, then I can go in, and with that dry brush, I just soften my brush strokes. And here I am obviously just going to do it on a drawer. This is just a little closer up, so I just treat each drawer as a section and each side as a section. And that way we already have the base coat. There's 2 coats of that, and then I just put the brighter color in the center, which you could be doing this with greens, you could be doing blues, whatever, of course. It's just the technique. And then you just blend between the 2. And then I have one little kind of a way I like to do things. When using the blending brush, you go in like you're a student pilot, making figure 8s, you're landing it and taking off. Landing and taking off. And that's one thing I kind of do at the center, and then a little bit at the edges in smaller versions. But it's just being that student pilot, doing the landings and the taking off. Once we get those blended. See, I'm drying off that blending brush quite often as I'm doing the blending, looking at it from different angles so I see how the light hits it and what edges are too harsh, because the entire process is to make sure that we don't have the harsh edges, and you just keep going back and forth and softly going over. You're almost tickling the top of it to get those brush strokes out. This is as close up as I could. I'm not much with the camera. I can do the painting, but this whole using the camera and getting it YouTube ready, yes, I have a lot to learn about that. But just to get it out and try to show some of the processes, just to hit record. And we're trying to grow this channel, and I really appreciate you watching. It would be wonderful if you could hit the like and subscribe and just help us out by doing that. I'm going to have a lot more of these process videos coming up. A lot of artwork ahead that we're going to be doing. So there's a drawer. That's a double drawer. And then we changed the hardware out in this, which we just absolutely love. Did the top in a natural, just left it, it's all sanded, and then put a little bit of toned brie wax on top. Buffed it up. And this piece, we named it Ruby Red. It's in the store. We're so excited to have it done, and I hope that this was just interesting and something you can try at home. Thanks for stopping in.